The violent sea and the storms in Kerala can be scary, and they led people to move to the lagoons. But a couple of thousand kilometers away, on the Timor coast, the ocean has granted a community of women an opportunity to claim their place in a society traditionally dominated by men. Agriculture and farming have been the main source of food for people living on the highlands of Atauro Island, far above the sea level. Yet one day, the green slopes turned into drylands. A group of women decided then to go to the sea and to dive into it to find new resources. The men left on the shore gave them the name of Wawata Topu, the fish women.
When you see a fish underwater, get closer slowly and without sudden moves. You have to be like a fish and try to go deeper down like us.
Angelita and Sarah are barely 20. They introduce themselves as best friends, but see each other as sisters. They learnt to dive at the same time as they learnt to walk and talk. They live along a shore lined with a narrow but lush lagoon. Wawata Topu doesn't need to go beyond the reef, since the warm and shallow waters are full of fish. "25 kilometers in length and 9 kilometers wide, Atauro is an island off the coast of another island deep within the Indonesian archipelago. It belongs to East Timor, the youngest country in Asia. It has fought for almost 3 centuries for its independence, first against Portugal, then against Indonesia. Isolated on the west coastline, Atauro village is home to about 100 people, out of the 8,000 living on this island. After several hours spent in the water, the divers warm themselves near the fire and on the burning sand.
Diving is all our life. We dive to feed ourselves. It's vital. We're doing what the elders taught us.
This place is unique on the island. We call it Tarabundu. It's a garden under the sea. The reef here is very close to the shore. The lagoon is narrow and brings us everything we need. Fish, octopus, shellfish. The sea is bountiful with us. We just have to go a bit underwater and we can get what we need.
This garden under the sea is also a garden hanging over the oceanic trench. Indeed, right on the other side of the reef, the slope goes down several kilometers deep, thus regularly supplying the small lagoon with more than 300 species of fish.
Hello.
Hi. Fishing was good?
Very good, yes.
That's good.
Yes.
Luigi's inside.
Only women dive in Atauro. Men fish from pirogues or are busy on dry land. Family is the backbone of the community here, and anything caught during fishing will be shared amongst everyone, just like with any other thing. Angelita lives together with her brother, Ezekiel, and her sister-in-law, Luida.
I'm glad, because we'll be able to sell a lot on the market with all this in a couple of days when everything is dry.
Yes, that's good news.
And we'll keep this one for dinner.
We're very isolated here. There's no electricity. So we dry everything. It's very important. It's the only solution we have to preserve the food.
And it's the only way to sell it on the market. Everything we sell is dried.
And here's some good grilled fish.
We all live together, brothers, sisters. We take care of each other. Family meals are a part of life here.
I dive and bring fish back every day for my family. I'm proud of it.
Hunting is what we're best at. And it's the only way to earn money and to provide for our family.
When morning arrives on the village's streets, the tide is low. Fishing isn't an option then, so women focus on cultivating the land.
We must go get food for the pigs. We have to gather these green leaves here. The only things growing here are a couple of leaves we use to feed pigs. Everything has been dried like this for years. There's less and less rain. So, little by little, we gave up on the gardens. The land gives us almost nothing. Fortunately, a couple of years ago, women started to dive. And thanks to them, we have food. It works really well, and we're the ones making this. We can find modern tools in town, but they're expensive.
At the time Wawata Topu women got closer to the sea to gather the resources they needed, the village's grandmothers were young women. Today, they remember the time when they were divers.
We, women, started to dive because during this time, there was nothing left to eat. It was very tough. People suffered. So we started to dive to be able to eat. I was among the first divers. We were the ones teaching our daughters how to dive. And now, thanks to us, they have a great life. They're bathing the whole day long. In the beginning, we barely knew how to swim. But we had to go. There was no choice. Our survival lay there, in the sea. Thanks to us, women gained greater respect than before.
Widia is not 10 yet. She's the youngest diver in Atauro. the symbol of the new generation.
Widya, before you go, I have something for you. It's a present. You'll be able to dive properly with this.
Thank you, thank you.
The plastic mask offered to Widya is an exception. Wawata Topu use the resources surrounding them to build by themselves their fishing and diving tools. However, once a week, women leave behind the men and children and go to the nearest village.
We need to get to the other side of the mountain now. It's a 3-hour walk.
Every Saturday, just as the sun rises, Atauro women go on the same journey, their baskets full of the fish caught during the week.
There's no road to get to our village. We're living a bit alone, away from the other villages. It wasn't like that before. My grandmother told me that before, people used to live on the land. They were shepherds. But everything is dry now. And our families went down to the sea on this side of the mountain. And that's how we ended up away from everything.
After a 9-kilometer walk, we finally reach Beloi. Its market is the only one on the island and has been bustling for several hours already. Inhabitants of every village in the area gather there to buy and sell fruit and vegetables, imported goods, or part of their fish, just like the Wawata Topu.
All right, let's settle here.
A couple of branches found on the spot are enough to set up their stall.
Come on, hurry up. Hello.
Hello.
What do you need?
Some fish and a squid.
$5, thank you.
Bye.
Bye, and thank you. This is the land of my ancestors. My sisters and I are happy here. And thanks to the sea, we feel free.
After selling all the fish, the women start walking back before the night comes. The few dollars they've earned will help them buy some additional food to diversify their diet. This journey is a lot of effort for small gains, but it doesn't matter. Wawata Topu are attached to their lifestyle.
Look how beautiful the sea is.
In Atauro lives a clan of women united by and for the sea. Generations after generations, they managed to find their refuge and their salvation just a few meters under the surface of the ocean. That's how they'll write the future of their community, whilst telling their own story.